Hello everyone, and welcome to the January Quick Bite segment. Today we want to introduce you to sorghum, a grain that is grown right here in Kansas. Now don't turn off this video just yet and dismiss this wonderful but very underutilized gluten-free grain option just because you may think of sorghum as livestock food or syrup. Here's why you should consider using sorghum in your child nutrition program menus. Sorghum is not only a naturally gluten-free grain, but it is also considered to be an ancient grain. For those of you who enjoy following food trends, you'll recognize the term ancient grain. Although there is not an official definition of ancient grain, the Old Ways Whole Grains Council does recognize sorghum as an ancient grain, along with quinoa, amaranth, teff, millet, buckwheat, and wild rice. Sorghum is gaining popularity nationwide as an ingredient in cereals, granola, grain bowls, and gluten-free products. For those of you who are environmentally conscious and familiar with the buzzword sustainability, take note, many ancient grains, including sorghum, thrive with lower levels of water, pesticides, and fertilizers, making them an attractive choice to consumers and program operators who choose to shop and operate programs with their carbon footprint in mind. We are featuring sorghum this month because January 29th is Kansas Day. Kansas is the largest sorghum producer in the United States, and the United States is the world's largest producer of sorghum. Many Kansans may not be aware that the nutty, mild flavor of sorghum is a delicious alternative to rice, quinoa, and wheat. It is important to note that there are four main types of sorghum grown in the United States. Grain sorghum, the topic of today's segment, forage sorghum, often what we refer to as Milo here in Kansas, sweet sorghum, which is used for making syrup, and then biomass sorghum, which is used to produce biofuels such as ethanol. So let's talk about the benefits of grain sorghum. Not only is grain sorghum used frequently in gluten-free products, but grain sorghum is a great source of dietary fiber, is rich in antioxidants, and the nutrients protein, vitamin B6, calcium, iron, magnesium, niacin, phosphorus, and potassium. All child nutrition program operators are encouraged to offer a variety of whole grains, which can include grain sorghum, in menus to help ensure that the nutritional needs of participants are being met. Consider using sorghum in your child nutrition programs because grain sorghum can be implemented into menus in a variety of ways and include as a gluten-free flour, used in baking goods such as muffins, bread, rolls, pancakes, and other favorite baked menu items in schools and childcare. We consistently hear from schools and childcare providers of increased requests for gluten-free menu options. Sorghum can be used as a gluten-free alternative to traditional and popular baked menu items containing wheat, rye, and barley, which all contain gluten. Whole sorghum grain available in white and in burgundy varieties is a great alternative to rice and quinoa and can be used as the primary grain or in combination with other grains in a grain bowl. Grain bowls are certainly very trendy right now on the retail side of food service, with major chains offering grain bowls with a Mediterranean, Latin, and Asian flair. Now it's soup weather here in Kansas right now, and whole sorghum grain is a great addition to favorite soup recipes. Whole sorghum grain is considered a whole grain and is creditable in all child nutrition programs in Exhibit A as a Group H item. Whole sorghum flour is simply whole sorghum that has been finely ground and is available in white whole sorghum flour that provides a nutty, mild flavor in baked items and looks very similar to white whole wheat flour. Whole grain sorghum flour is also creditable in child nutrition programs and can be used in a variety of baked menu items, like wheat with a few minor recipe adjustments. So make sure to check out the following sorghum resources and be sure to join us for the February Culinary Corner on February 23rd at 2 p.m., where we will feature and demonstrate sorghum recipes that include gluten-free quick breads, grain bowls, soup, and more. Thanks for joining us today.